Tell Donna Mummy loves her very, very much.
Thanks for watching as I show you how I made this memorial frame with handwriting from the last Christmas card that my mum gave to me. But this can be used for any writing or drawing, so it's perfect for Father's Day and birthdays and so on. Okay, to start you want to take a picture of the writing or drawing. Good lighting helps, but when I first done this it was really dull and I just increased the brightness on my phone. I took 2 pictures because you can see it was split in 2, but don't worry about any extra bits getting in your picture because we can deal with them later. Okay, for reference I'm doing this on my MacBook. I'm just going to open up Cricut Design Space, going to go up and click on New Project and then just to get a blank canvas. I'm going to go to my upload function and then upload those images. And I'm just going to find that first one, so you can drag these over. My desktop's usually not that tidy, so I'm just going to go in to the folder and select the first one. Okay, we've got the different image types down the side, which they do explain kind of when you use each one. If you're ever unsure though, sometimes I'll just click like you see, just to see like how it changes the image. But this one, sometimes it can be a wee bit grainy if it's not the best quality picture, but this one was fine just on simple. So I'm going to go to that next step and start to remove the backgrounds. So I'm going to start by doing the little insides and then that big kind of chunk of it. I like to just zoom in if it's really small bits, if you're not sure, because that might look, it's not the best handwriting. I think I'd said on Instagram as well, my wee mum had MS for about 40 years, so like the wee O in the Rona was like a wee love heart. She always tried to do love hearts for her O's. So yeah, to Rona. So that's all I've done, is I've just removed all those little small bits and then went to the next part. Here you can check and make sure there's nothing you've missed. Sometimes things go really dark if you have missed it, and you can just go back and then remove that piece of background. So now I've just uploaded it and I'm going to do exactly the same for my next one. Wow, wouldn't it be great if you could just work that fast all the time? I'm going to take those 2 images that I've uploaded and add them to the canvas. Oh, you can see I've got a little love on my canvas. That must have been from a previous project, so I'm just going to delete that. Okay, I'm just going to move it to roughly where it'll be positioned. I'm going to deal with the sizes and things later, but just now I'm going to get rid of these little extra bits. To do that, I'm going to go into shapes and just pick, I went for a rectangle. I just want to cover the parts that I don't want, and I'm doing it like kind of individually. So there was a part in the middle there I don't want. I covered it with a rectangle and I clicked slice at the bottom. And then I get rid of all the little pieces that come with it. You can see I tried to put that over the bit at the bottom, but I'm going to need to take out a new rectangle to get rid of that. So just for that bit at the bottom, I've kind of placed the rectangle. I'm going to use my rotate just to kind of angle it a wee bit better. Again, you could pick any shape to do this. There's probably a better shape there. Sometimes I'm just lazy and I just grab the first one. But I've covered over that part that I didn't want again. And then once again, just press that slice tool. And it's helpful because then it means, even though it cuts it into those, I've got like 3 different parts I need to get rid of. Like, it's easy to just get rid of them. The little speckles that you can see up to the top, really I could have just left them and not weeded those parts out, but I just wanted to get rid of as much kind of extra as I could, so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm happy with everything that I've got rid of, so I'm just going to size it now. I like the proportion that it's in, so I've just kind of selected all of it, and then I'm going to group it together. I measured the size of the card that I've got, and I think it was 10 centimetres, so I've went from a width to be 8, just so that I've got a space at either side, and it kind of fits in there well. If your drawing is particularly thin, you can use offset to make it a little bit thicker, but I'll add in a part about that at the end. For just now, I'm just going to make it. I don't want to save this one because I've got one already, so I'm just going to click that I'm doing this on my mat. I attached it together because I'm actually going to do it in those two separate parts, so I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go continue and just search for my machine because I do some workshops. I've got a few different machines there, so I know which one I'm going to click on, which is my own that I've got connected. And once it picks it up, just because I know my blade, I'm going for vinyl pressure more. Hopefully you'll know your own. Always do a test cut if you're not sure. Okay, now my machine's cut it out. For reference, I'm using the Cricut Smart Vinyl Permanent Black. I've just peeled it off of my mat. Although I've seen a lot of people just now that will weed while it's on the mat. It's just something I've never really done. I think I wouldn't want my sleeve sticking to my cutting mat. Maybe it's just the way that I weed. But I've just weeded out the little parts, snipped it around it, and then I'm going to peel away the extra bit that I don't need. And I just loved how amazing this peeled away. You can see that I've done it so slowly. I do a lot of work with really tiny little bits of vinyl, so I'm used to using my weeding tool to kind of holding it down. So I think I was just really waiting for having to do that with this one. But actually it was amazing, even though you can see how thin that writing is. And it was just towards the end that I thought it was going to peel up, and no, it was absolutely perfect. Just peeled it away and there we go. Then I've just put my transfer tape down on top of it, and the usual, give it a good rub. I think I thought about just doing it with my hands, but if you've used the Smart Vinyl before, I always find that backing paper is that little bit thicker, so I definitely needed my scraper. To be fair, I usually use it anyway. So I've just taken it out, I've given it a good rub, and then when I've went to pull it off, it's not stuck as easy as I wanted it to, so I'm just going to give it another scrape on both sides. Okay, I'm happy with how much that I've done that now, so I'm going to start peeling it away again. You can see that part came off fine. My little end though, if you don't reuse your backing paper, maybe for one like this when it is so small, the vinyl, it might not be my best idea to use an older piece of transfer tape, but I'm definitely one for using it as much as I can. I've just peeled it off, and then yeah, look at that. Wow, so now I can just apply that to anywhere. But for the photo frame, you can see this is my little piece of card, so I'm just going to line that up. And once I've got it where I want it, I'm just going to give it another wee rub to get the vinyl to stick. And then I'm going to start to peel away my transfer tape. And once I've done that one, then I can just apply the piece below and then put it in my photo frame. Okay, just a quick bit that I promised on how to kind of make it thicker if you've got really thin writing or a really thin drawing. So I've just kind of highlighted over everything, and I'm going to go to my offset tool. You can see it puts that wee kind of bubble around the edge, but if you change it to, you can see I've went for 0.02 and then 0.03, it's just going to it's going to give you another image that's just a little bit thicker. You can see that there, so I hope that helps if you've got a little really thin drawing to work with. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments. You can follow me on Instagram at Making the Cute Life, and please subscribe for more crafty videos. Thanks.